Good morning and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I finally woke up early enough to be able to do my skincare routine with you as opposed to just talking about it. I wanted to actually do it. So if that's something you're into, make sure to keep on watching and please don't forget to subscribe because I do upload twice a week and that is the best way to stay up to date on all the fun stuff I'm posting. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, so the way that I'm going to do this video is I'm going to kind of go through my day and night routine at once. So the routine is basically the same, cleanse, tone, serums, blah, blah, blah. I just mix up the products. So I'm going to go through and do my day and my night. If you're looking at just the day or just the night, you can take a look in the description box because I will separate what I use when down there. But let's get right into it. The first thing I do always is I cleanse my skin. So the one thing I do differently between morning and night is at nighttime I pre-cleanse. And what that is I will go in with a micellar water. This one is from Garnier. It's the SkimActive mattifying micellar water. I've had this for a while. It does take me a long time to go through, but I just take it on a cotton round and I do wipe my face down. This just kind of gets all of the gunk from the day off before I go in with my second cleanser. Now this I do day and night, and I will go in with my Clarisonic Smart Profile Uplift. I won't go into this in too many details because I did a whole dedicated video on this and I will link it down below. But I take that every day, morning and night with a cleanser. Most often I'm using the oil-free acne wash from Neutrogena. So it is a very good cleanser. It does have salicylic acid, which does help to keep your oils at bay. I am very oily, so a lot of the products I'm going to talk about today are really dedicated towards oils. So for me, salicylic acid is a great ingredient for keeping me really clean and really dry. Now I did this already, so I can skip that and go right into the next step. Okay, so next, after I cleanse the face, I go in with my toner. Now in the morning, it is the tea tree water from Lush, and I just take it, I spray it all over the face, and I let it dry in. At night, instead of using this, I will take on a small cotton pad the Tarte Knockout Tingling Treatment. This is a very strong exfoliator. It's really good for minimizing your pores and helping get everything looking really clean. I will only use this like 3 times a week, and on the other nights I will go in with this as well because tea tree is also very good for mattifying, drying up oils, and pore reduction. But I found this Tarte Knockout is a total game changer. Like this, I have seen in the 3 or 4 weeks I've been using it, it has transformed my skin. So after toner, I go in with an eye cream. My morning eye cream is from the Ordinary, and it is the caffeine solution. Now, it's not a traditional eye cream, but what I love about it is I just take a little bit under the eyes and I massage it into the contours of the eye. And what this does is it just helps to kind of plump everything up, and it just gets everything looking a little bit more awake and a little brightened. I'll then take whatever's left and kind of put it in anywhere I have lines that I want to kind of plump up a little bit, so it's the forehead and the smile lines. Now at nighttime, I go in with the Celluarose by Terry Eye Contour. This is very good, but because of the hyaluronic acid in it, I find that it does a lot of plumping and it's really good, but it'll almost give me a little bit of like greasiness under the eye. I don't know if that makes sense. I am very oily and the last thing I need is more emphasized oils. But this is really good about eliminating the under eye circles and making the next day look that much better. So I'll go in with that only at night, and it just, everything looks firmer and plumper, and everything is just, I have seen such a big difference since using that. Then day and night, I go in with my serums, and I start with the Lancôme Advanced Genefic Youth Activating Concentrate. And this one I use morning and night, and I just kind of focus this basically everywhere. So I have been using this stuff for years. My mother, she swears by the Lancôme makeup remover. And with Lancôme, you buy one thing, you get like 30 samples. So, I mean, this is the first time I've ever had the full size. I have always had basically like the little sample vials, and I go through probably one a week, but I have so many of them that I don't think I have ever had to purchase it. My second serum during the day is the Good Genes from Sunday Reilly. It is very expensive, so when this is on the points rewards from Sephora, I will usually get like 10 of these, and I don't use a lot. I just take a little bit in the center of the face where I have redness. It is a lactic acid treatment, which is really good for, again, exfoliating, radiance boosting, and just getting rid of a lot of the redness. So I will just take that into the T-zone and target it specifically on the nose and under the eyes. And it is a very expensive product. So I have like 10 of these because again, I'll use 100 points to get a bunch of these just because it is a very expensive product, and why spend more than you need to on your routine. Now in that place, I go in with the azelaic acid suspension, 10% from the Ordinary. I am clearly in need of a new one. Now this is also a brightening formula, but this one I will only use at night. Because this one, if you use it during the day, you have to then go in with a very heavy SPF because it does really sensitize the skin. So I'd rather go in with something a little bit more mild during the day and do most of my like heavy, intense treatments at night. And the third serum, and the last one I go in with, is the Dr. Brandt Needles No More 3D Volumizing Mask. And what this is good for is it just helps to, again, plump up places where you feel like you have lines. So I'll just take that, really focusing it on the forehead and into the smile lines, because that's really all I have. If there's any on my fingers, I'll take them here as like a preventative for crow's feet, but I don't really have that issue yet. But the biggest thing about skincare is you want to start before you have the problems. Nothing is harder than like you have wrinkles coming in and then you start treating for it. All that's going to do is slow it down. It's not going to make it go away. So by starting younger, you put it where you're going to have an issue. It'll help to keep things a little bit more delayed. And at night, something that is, again, a firming and plumping, I'll go in with the PCA Skin Hyaluronic Acid Boosting Serum. Now, hyaluronic acid, again, on me makes me look greasy, so it's something I really only use at night. But there is a big difference between moisturized skin and oily skin. Now, I have oily skin, but that doesn't mean that it can't be moisturized as well. Hyaluronic acid is a great ingredient for getting yourself very moisturized, but for me, it will make me look greasy if I use it throughout the day. So I'll use a more lightweight moisturizer instead during the day, and at night, I'll go in with my hyaluronic acids. So then during the day, I go in with my Grande-Lash MD Lash Enhancing Serum. Now, I am an idiot and never took before pictures, but I will find one from back on my channel. My lashes have gotten so much longer since using this. You put it on like a liquid liner, and you just trace it over your lashes on both sides. And what this is going to do is it's just going to stimulate growth and make your lashes longer and more voluminous. And I used to have tiny little stubby baby lashes, and since I started using this, I have seen a major change. So now I'm just going to sit here for like a minute or so and let that dry, just because knowing me, I'll be talking and I'll start blinking everywhere and it'll go everywhere. But normally in the morning when I'm doing this, I will put this on and go right into moisturizer. So I don't use the Grande-Lash serum at night. I only use it during the day because you're only supposed to use it once. At night instead, I then go in with a retinoid. So I do go in with one of two. Now, it really comes down to personal preference. These two are very similar, but also very different. The first is from The Ordinary. It is the Advanced Retinoid in 2%. This is very good because it's very affordable. This does work really well for helping to brighten, for helping to chemically exfoliate the top layer of your skin, helping to brighten and reduce redness. Retinoids are very important. Now, I have actually upped that a little bit, and now I go in with the Luna Sleeping Oil from Sunday Reilly. This is very similar as far as the retinol component, but it also has, again, more brightening, more enhancing, and with skincare, you get what you pay for. So this is one of those things that really helps. It takes down surface redness. It helps with premature aging across the board. I mean, it also smells delicious, so I love this stuff. With these two products, you definitely don't need both, and I wouldn't recommend going in with a retinoid every single day if you've never used one before. I go in with one every day because my skin's gotten used to it, but if I would recommend, if you're first starting out with a retinoid, only going in, I would say maybe once every third day to start until your skin gets used to it. Otherwise, you will get very red. And what I forgot to mention with the Tarte Knockout treatment, I have very fair skin, so when I go in with this, I will get blotchy and lobstery. Don't be afraid if that happens to you on your first night when you use it. It happens to me every night, and I wake up in the morning and that has already went away. Most of the time within an hour or two, it's gone. But that kind of a chemical is a little astringent on the skin, and the skin does take some getting used to. However, once you do get into it, it is beautiful. Then, morning and night, I go in with my moisturizer. I alternate between two. The first I use is the Garnier SkinActive Moisture Balm. I like this because it is hydrating. I mean, clearly, I'm almost out. It is hydrating, but it is a gel, not a cream, and definitely not like an oily, greasy moisturizer. So I do take a very thin layer of this because during the day I go in with a few other products as well. And I do use this morning and night. If I'm not using this one, I use the Tatcha water cream. Now, the water cream is very expensive. This one's a little bit more affordable, but the reason I don't have both of them now is that I only use one at a time. And what that is with a lot of these things, specifically moisturizers, I find that the skin gets used to it. So I don't like to use the same one all the time. So what I'll do is I will get one, I will use it till it's empty, and then I will get the next one and use that till it's empty. So this one's almost done. I'll be picking up the Tatcha water cream and using that one for a while. And when I finish that, I will go back to this one. And I find that repetition keeps my skin from getting used to the moisturizer, so it continues to work. Then during the day, I will go in with one of two other items. Now, if I'm going out, which today I am, I then go in with the BareMinerals Prep Step, which is a broad spectrum SPF with SPF of 50. Now it is very liquidy, and an SPF is very important, especially if you're someone like me and you use a lot of retinoids in your routine. Things like retinoids, a lot of these chemicals, they will make your skin very sensitive to the sun and very sensitive to UV rays. So going in with something like this will often kind of combat that. So I'm not gonna go in with this right now because it will give me a white cast and it does look weird and I have to rub it in and it takes forever, and I'm sure you've seen someone apply sunscreen. So instead I'm gonna be going in with the Advanced Vitamin C Cream from OFRA. Now I will use this either under the broad spectrum SPF, or I will actually take this on a day where I'm like hanging around the house, where I don't necessarily need an SPF because I don't plan on going out, but I still want another layer of protection. Vitamin C is really good for brightness, and someone like me where I do have a lot of hyperpigmentation and there is a lot of redness in my skin, I really like products that brighten because it just helps to kind of equal out everything, make it look really good. And this smells like pure citrus, which is a beautiful thing like to wake up first thing in the morning. So it's definitely something I would recommend. Also a little pricey, but again, you don't need all of this. You can kind of mix it up. I go in with 3 serums. I go in with a cleanser and a pre-cleanser and the Clarisonic. Like, I get it's excessive, but for me, investing in your skin is very important. If that's something that you maybe just want to start off small, I definitely recommend it. When I brought home the knockout treatment, Brandon wanted to try it, but he swore for years that he hated skincare because it was things to do in the morning. He's not very good with routine. What I did tell him was if he was going to use something like this, because it does strip the skin, he would have to use a moisturizer. So he has seen my routine for years and he was not feeling it. And then he wanted to use it, he wanted to try it, so he used the moisturizer. So his routine started with just a toner and a moisturizer, and only at night. Slowly but surely he did build that up a little bit, so sometimes now he will also go in with an eye cream. He prefers the By Terry one, and he'll take a little bit of this on his finger and he'll take it under his eye. So now he does toner, eye cream, moisturizer. During the summer, he might go in with an SPF. Sometimes if his skin is feeling a little dry, he'll go in with this serum as well. But, incorporate it slowly. I definitely would not recommend going in and getting 10 products brand new and trying them, because you're not going to know what's working for you. If something is going wrong and you feel greasy and you don't like it, you don't know which product ruined your skin. So I would definitely recommend building it slowly. For me, the most important thing, if you're not doing anything else, is to go in with a toner and a moisturizer. And whether that is a spray toner, an acidic toner, or whatever, really it's just custom building what you want for what. So make sure to leave a comment down below. If you had like 2 skincare products, not 10, what would they be? Because I know everybody talks about the 10-step Korean beauty skincare routine, which has toning and cleansing and masks. And don't get me wrong, I could do a whole video to masks, and I probably will, because in addition to all this, I do sheet masks 3 times a week. I do mud masks twice a week, like bubble baths, exfoliating. Like, these are things I do all the time that are also very important, but it's not so much this stuff. So I'll probably do something with that a little bit later. But let me know if you like not Korean skincare 10 steps, but if you had to do like a 2-step skincare routine, what are your go-to items? So again, for me, toner, moisturizer, done. So I hope that was helpful. I'm going to get my ass up and go to work. This is basically what I do every morning, but I do it in my bathroom in front of the mirror. It takes me probably 10 minutes. The biggest tip I can give you is wait for things to dry. So if you're gonna go in with a toner and you're gonna put it all over the face, and then you're gonna start putting another product and another product, you're just gonna end up with a wet mess, and you're gonna end up like wiping half of it off. So Take the time if you have the time, put the toner on and wait. Give it that time to soak into your skin before going into your serums, before going into your moisturizer. Give everything that moment to shine, because honestly, if you have all of this money you're putting into skincare and you're investing in yourself, there's nothing worse that you could do than to just start lathering everything together, and next thing you know, you've basically counteracted all of the goods from all of your products. So I hope this was helpful. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you next time.